Alright my fighters, so as you can see we have the information about the Zenkai awakening of Piccolo, the green one, the very first Piccolo we got actually in the game, and one of the absolute first characters we got. If I am not mistaken, he was actually on the very first banner we got in the game. I played the game day one, and if I remember correctly, it was actually him. I believe Pan, the blue Pan, the only sparking Pan that we have until now, which is just crazy. And I think it was actually Super Saiyan Goku and Frieza together with them. If I am not mistaken, this is what we had actually on the very first banner we got in the game. If I am mistaken, let me know about it in the comments section below. But anyways, he is an extremely old character, and yeah, basically by looking at his abilities you can see that clearly. And I doubt that anything they do for him would make him actually useful, unless they go extremely crazy on him. Like, seriously. I literally don't have any hopes for him, but we will see what they are doing for him. Anyways, unlock all uniques to reduce own substitution count when another battle member takes strike or blast arts damage. Well, that is going to allow him to actually be a tank and maybe take the Rising Rush as well, which is pretty cool. Up to 10 counts. Recover key, get damage inflicted up and damage received down when entering the battlefield. So it seems that they are going to make him actually the character that you want to just to just sacrifice every time you have something to sacrifice. So basically, if the opponent goes on with the combo with, let's say, androids, tag androids, or maybe the Ultra Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku, these two characters can literally in one combo actually farm a whole Rising Rush without any problems. At least the first one. I think that the second one is a little bit harder to farm. I don't know, but it seems that it gets actually a little bit harder to farm, the second one. But anyways, they can actually farm a Rising Rush in literally one combo. So this character is designed to actually be sacrificed against that Rising Rush in case they actually farm the Rising Rush in one combo. So it is okay, I guess. I don't think that he is going to be actually able to be used in any other scenario, especially that he is actually an old character, as I said before, and therefore his damage isn't going to be actually that extremely good. So basically making him a character that you would be able to sacrifice whenever the opponent uses a Rising Rush, or at least when they actually gather it in one combo, because as you can see, he actually reduces his substitution count every time the battle member gets actually a strike or blast arts damage, and therefore he is designed so that even if you actually switch him, if the opponent goes on with an infinite combo, you will be able to switch him in directly after that combo, and therefore you will be able in most cases to actually to basically sacrifice him against the Rising Rush that your opponent is going to use. And this is pretty cool, but even in that scenario I really don't see him actually being that useful, because of the fact that in case they don't give him actually death buffs, he isn't going to be able to buff the basically battle members, and therefore his death is going to be completely irrelevant. And since he isn't even a revival character either, he isn't going to do anything with his death, and therefore it's going to be just completely useless. Characters like Tapion, characters like the Super Saiyan Goku from the Broly Return movie, these characters are actually characters that you can sacrifice against the Rising Rush and be happy about sacrificing them, because of the fact that they buff the battle members, and in the case of Tapion, he can actually deal some damage on the opponents as well. Depending on the opponent element, you can either destroy their whole team actually with him, or at least deal a pretty respectable amount of damage, which is just crazy. So if they are going to make him a character that you want actually to sacrifice against the Rising Rush, then they have actually to give him death buffs. But it seems that they aren't going to do that, and if they don't do that, as I said before, he is going to be actually irrelevant directly. And I really don't think that he is going to be relevant at any point, to be honest. The only period he is going to be used in is going to be the first 2 or 3 days, because of the fact that some people want actually to test him, and because of YouTubers, because they want actually to showcase him, right? Other than that, I don't think that he will be used ever again, actually. Like, seriously, I really don't understand why did they even actually go with him, unless they have a plan to basically go with an Ultra or a Legends Limited regeneration character who is going to be green. And in that case, then it is understandable why they went with this guy, because they want actually to buff the upcoming character with the Zenkai buffs, because literally every single Zenkai Awakened character, other than the Legends Limited characters, are actually just Zenkai buffs. They are just Zenkai buffs. They aren't anything else. Even the Legends Limited characters, they are useful, but they aren't anywhere near as broken as the Legends Limited characters were actually when they were getting Zenkai buffs before. And therefore, the Zenkai Awakening isn't that crazy anymore, unless the character itself is crazy. For example, we have basically the Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. He became actually the Legends Limited one. He became broken after the Zenkai Awakening, not because of the Zenkai Awakening, but just because of the fact that he was already broken, and he just needed that little stat boost so that he can actually deal enough damage to basically show up in the current meta. His abilities were already extremely ugly and extremely annoying, especially with the fact that his ultimate can basically look in the opponent and basically just one-shot it in case it is the character that you want, unless you actually manage to land it on a purple character instead. in that case it's something else. Anyways, you get the point. In case the character itself is broken, the Zenkai Awakening is going to help. It is going to help because it increases its stats and it gives it some help actually with two more unique abilities. Although in the case of Vegeta Blue, they just trashed him with this. Like literally trashed him with the two unique abilities. But at least his stat boost was actually everything he needed and nothing else, and therefore he became useful again in PvP. So yeah, basically, as I said before, I really don't see any use for this guy other than Zenkai buffs, and it might be because of the fact that they might actually go with a Legends Limited character or an Ultra basically regeneration character, and that's why they want actually to buff this guy or Zenkai Awaken him. It might be Ultra Gohan, it could be actually, because he is one of the characters who deserve an Ultra, so they could be actually preparing for that, since he is actually since we didn't even get one Ultra evil character until now, and that is basically understandable. We just got two, and if you want actually to hype up the Ultras, you are going to use the heroes, not the villains, because let's be honest, the heroes are more hype and more people like them, and therefore you need to go first with the heroes, just like how they did with the Legends Limited characters. But eventually we will get villains as well, and it might be actually right now after this Zenkai Awakening, so we will see actually. Anyways, with that being said, that was everything for today. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that they can enjoy it too. And if you got any useful information from this video, or if you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe my channel and turn on the notification bell beside it so that you stay notified with everything new about the Dragon Ball Legends. And with that being said, see you as always in the next video of Dragon Ball Legends.